as you know, day 2 of season 19 of Destiny2, and I'm gonna be having my first go on the next part of the quest to restore Rasputin. It's some sort of launch facility activity. Before we get started, let me just say, just in case anyone from Bungie is watching, is that honestly, at 19 seasons, it is time to move on to a new game, not to move on to another season. And I would strongly recommend that Bungie stop holding off and make Final Shape the last DLC of Destiny 2. Anyway, this activity is called Warm Mind Launch Facility. It's level 1580.
Heidel's forces tried to secure this facility ahead of us, but they weren't able to make it past the towers. Keep out of sight.
When the Warmind is fully restored, we'll need this location to access the orbital station and its Warsat network.
I know. One step at a time.
Lost. Okay, so a little tricky, because these big cannon things can kill you in one shot. So staying behind cover pretty much an essential part of this.
All right, you're at the bunker entrance. No idea what internal defenses are like. Stay alert.
Look at the state of this facility. It's an absolute travesty.
Remember to bunny hop at the end of this one. Jumps like that, you always want to bunny hop. I learned that back in Destiny 1.
I've re-established level 1 security clearance. Opening the door for you, Guardian.
Power situation down here is pretty bleak. Our enemies are harvesting arc energy from the reactor. We need to restore power to the inner doors to press forward. This place really is in rough shape, isn't it?
You should be able to reboot the main reactor up ahead. I think the facility will hold together.
You think? Bypass those hive shields.
So yes, yet again, another situation where stasis is truly something that you're going to be glad to have. Would recommend doing this with a fire team because apparently there doesn't seem to be matchmaking on it.
Oh, I read about this from Crow's field report. If you stand in those pools of soul fire, the energy should let you bypass those hive shields.
There are so many of these shitheads.
activated now. It will allow you to restart the facility's auxiliary reactor.
Auxiliary reactor is online and the station is powered up. To make it look like we were trying to find some information in the digital archives here.
I've taken the liberty of preparing a power reroute switch for the launch authorization system. Though it appears Rasputin has changed the launch codes. I'm locked out.
We'll hit that next time. Keep the baddies guessing until we're ready to make our move. Good work, Guardian. Let's get you out of here before reinforcements arrive.
Fairly interesting activity, but definitely do think it will get a bit boring over time. Now next, apparently, we have to go back to the helm. I would say that most likely there is probably not going to be that much to do this season because the new DLC comes out in January, and although Bungie did accept that removing content from the game was bad for everyone, including itself, and needed to stop, they did not back down on removing seasonal content.
Glint, hold that thought. Hey, Guardian. What's new?
Guardian, over the last year, friends and advisors within the last city have fallen victim to psychic manipulation. Those losses and the rediscovery of the Crown of Sorrow meant that we had to develop psychic countermeasures. So I authorized the deployment of this containment unit developed by Kaito Scions for psychic analysis of the Hive. The machine can hold the Hive in a painless limbo, neither alive nor dead. This allows Scion operatives to examine their minds, gleaning the information we need. After everything that happened to Osiris, it makes me uncomfortable to rifle through their brains like this. But Guardian lives are at stake. You will be our boots on the ground, and Lord Saladin will oversee the operation to ensure everything goes smoothly. We'll only have this asset for a limited time, so make it worthwhile. Good luck.
2 submine cores in the bag, and launch pod scouted. So, we're making progress. Ikora officially wants us wrangling the situation. She'd like Osiris in a hands-off role, but is watching Clovis like a judgmental hawk. It's kind of adorable, actually, and I'm here for it. We got lucky, touching down on Europa when we did. Rasputin could have predicted this, maybe even prevented it. If Sivu Arath acts on the witnesses' orders and uses the Warsat network against us, it doesn't even need full power to cause an extinction-level event. We're making progress. Just keep saying it, Anna. Repeat it until it is real. You too, Guardian. We're gonna manifest this together.
Of course, Rasputin changed the launch code. Blasted paranoid machine. I never understood Anastasia's obsession with teaching the war mind independent thought. That only made it more difficult to control. No matter. I will find the new launch codes eventually. But the station will prove useless if we do not rebuild Rasputin first. Even with the Malahayati submine reintegrated into its AI core, the war mind is incomplete. We must find another source of data. I will put my mind to the task. In the meantime, continue retrieving submine data from the vaults that we know remain intact. And do try to minimize the damage to the surrounding equipment. It is still Braytech property after all.
Working late.
Aren't you?
Zane wants to know if you'd like some tea, coffee, whatever it is you drink.
That's thoughtful of him.
I used to say the same thing. How thoughtful. Thank you, Zane. Except I never looked up. Not once. My eyes were on my fingers stained with ink. The smudges on the margins of my work. I cared more about my findings than the tea pooling beside me. Or the feelings of the man who made it. You're not listening.
I am listening.
Then listen well. Your work will outlive you. The people around you might not. One day you're going to wake up, assuming you've even slept at all. Realize that the world is a very different place than the last time you remembered to look at it. You will abruptly, viscerally regret the absence of something as small as a single cup of tea. So I ask you again, what would you like to drink?
Oolong. with a spot of honey.
A spot of honey. Why am I not surprised?
So apparently there are 54 steps to this particular quest. A little bit of a glitch here, it would seem. Self-flashing to say that I need to click on something when there's not actually anything left to click on. Okay. Whatevs. Moving to season. Pass. It definitely seems like engrams still can't give you any items from after Shadowkeep, which unfortunately would indicate to me that they are still ignoring all the calls to revert to the original exotic drop system, where new exotics were added to all activities each season, and certain activities had exclusive exotics that only dropped there. Currently, for those of you who don't know, we're stuck with, if you want to get an exotic which was introduced to the game after Shadowkeep, there's only one way in the entire game to get it, and that is to solo a legendary or master lost sector. Which basically makes playlist activities irrelevant and pointless to anyone who has got all the exotics from before Beyond Light. Exotic guns, you can get one new exotic gun on your seasonal pass, which will either be a brand new one they'll come up with, and you can get an exotic gun from doing a seasonal quest. However, recently, seasonal quests, several times now, have been ones that rewarded you with an exotic ship and or speeder, but no exotic weapon or armor piece. And in fact, for quite a few seasons now, there hasn't even been an exotic quest. And I personally feel that we need more new exotics in the game, and we need them to drop outside of lost sectors, and we need them to drop for everyone, no matter what their playstyle is. Excluding all players except solo players is a bad idea. Of course, there should be cool stuff and better rewards for, really good rewards for doing really hard activities, but to make it so that only solo players who play super hard mode activities can get exotics, it's just not fair. There's nothing to be excited about if you know that you have already got the exotic that you just earned before you click it in your pass, or before you collect it from the ground or grab it from the postmaster. All you can use them for is infusion fuel. So well, in any case, I think I'm gonna look at collection, see if I'm gonna add any new exotic guns this season. Okay, so no new primaries have been added this season. No new, and only one new energy, which of course is the season pass one. And no new heavy. What about armor? First up, we'll look for hunter armor. Doesn't look to me like they've added anything new for the hunter this season. This should be a new one. Nope. Yeah, it's a new one. So yeah, we need stuff that is not just in lost sectors. See if there's any new patterns been added. Again. Does not look like. Okay, well, that's pretty much it for this video. I look forward to hearing any comments you have to put in the comments. And if you did enjoy this video or find it helpful in any way, shape or form, then hit that like button. Sub if you haven't already. And join my Patreon. All the money on the Patreon will be used for a very good cause. Catch you next time, guys, and stay cool.
Still do not want video.